Your coworker makes $20,000 more than you. Same title. Sama desk. That is what happened to Ryan. 36 years old, QA analyst at a healthcare company in Minneapolis. He had been there about 4 months when he stumbled across an internal doc he was not supposed to see. Salary bands. His name, his coworkers' names. He made $62,000. The two people doing his exact job, 78 and 85, he closed the laptop. Sat in his car in the parking garage for 20 minutes. Did not drive. Just sat there doing math in his head. Here is the thing. Ryan was not bad at his job.
Here are the notes from the
He was not junior. He just said, okay, when they gave him the number. And that one word has been costing him ever since. Today, I am going to break down something I call the silence tax. The invisible price you pay every year. You do not speak up. And by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to calculate yours and what to say in the hardest conversation of your career without blowing it up. Let us get something out of the way.
I worked all year for this.
Finding out you are underpaid at work is not rare.
Alaska trip is off.
It is practically a rite of passage. A Pew Research Center survey found that roughly 1 in 3 workers say they are paid less than someone doing the same job at their company. 1 in 3. That is not a glitch. That is a pattern. And here's what makes it worse. Most people who discover the gap do absolutely nothing. Not because they are lazy. Not because they do not care, because they do not know what to do with the information, so they swallow it. Go back to work. Try to forget, but you cannot forget. It sits in the back of your skull during every meeting, every performance review. Every time your manager says, "Great job," without mentioning money. This video is not about rage quitting. It is not about storming into HR. It is about understanding why this happens, what it actually costs you, and how to have the one conversation that changes things. Because here is a question worth asking. If you found out tomorrow that you have been underpaid for 3 years, would you even know how much you have lost? Not approximately. The real number. If you have ever felt that gut punch of realizing someone doing your same job makes way more, drop a comment right now. Just the emoji. I want to see how many of us are out there. Let us talk about the silence tax. Here is how it works. Every time you accept a number without pushing back, at hiring, at review time, at promotion, you are not just leaving money on the table that year. You are resetting your baseline. Every future raise, every bonus, every 401k match, all of it compounds off a lower number. Let me show you what I mean with Ryan's situation. Ryan accepted $62,000. His coworker, same role, same experience, $78,000. That is $16,000 a year. Sounds bad enough. But zoom out. Assume both get a standard 3% raise every year. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, that is roughly the median annual wage increase for professional workers. After 5 years, Ryan is at $71,800. His coworker, $90,400. The gap did not close. It got wider. Over those 5 years, Ryan did not lose $16,000. He lost over $88,000 in total earnings. And that does not count lost employer 401k match, which at 6% match means another $5,000 gone. I call this entry silence. You stay quiet at the offer stage, and the tax starts compounding from day one. But entry silence is only the first of 3 types The second one? It is the one almost everyone in their mid-career is paying right now. And it might be the most expensive of all. The second type is discovery silence. This is Ryan's situation exactly. You already know you are underpaid at work. The information is in your hands, but you do not act on it. Why? A few reasons. Fear of retaliation. Not wanting to seem difficult. The classic, well, at least I have a job. According to a pay scale survey, only 37% of workers have ever asked for a raise. 63%, nearly 2/3, have never once negotiated their salary. Not at hiring. Not at review. Never. Think about that. The majority of working Americans have never asked for more money, not once in their entire career. And look, I get it. Walking into your boss's office to talk about money feels like walking into a dentist appointment you scheduled yourself. Nobody wants to do it. You rehearse it in the shower. You draft the email and delete it. You tell yourself next quarter. And next quarter becomes next year. And the silence tax keeps compounding. There is a third type too. Exit silence. That is when you leave a job without ever using a competing offer as leverage. You just go. Politely. Quietly, leaving tens of thousands of dollars of negotiating power on the table. 3 types of silence tax. Entry. Discovery. Exit. Most people will pay all 3 at some point in their career. Now, here's where it gets practical. Let us talk about what Ryan actually did. Because knowing you are underpaid is one thing, doing something about it, that is where most people freeze. Ryan spent 2 weeks preparing. He did not march into his manager's office the next morning. He did not fire off an emotional email at midnight. He did 3 things first. Number 1, he ran the market research. He checked the Bureau of Labor Statistics occupational outlook data for QA analysts in healthcare. He looked at pay scale, Glassdoor, and levels.fui. He documented the median salary range for his role, his metro area, and his experience level. Not to weaponize it, to ground the conversation in data instead of feelings. Number 2, he calculated his silence tax on paper. Literally on paper, sat at a coffee shop with a napkin and a pen. 5-year projection. Lost 1K match. Lost compounding when he saw the total north of 90,000. It stopped being an emotional problem and became a math problem. And math problems are easier to talk about than feelings. Number 3, he scripted the opening line. Not the whole conversation, just the first 30 seconds. Because that is where most people blow it. Here is what he said. And I want you to listen to the framing, not just the words. I want to start by saying, I am grateful for this role. I accepted the offer at 62 because I was genuinely excited about the work, and I still am. But I have done some market research, and I have learned that similar roles here and at other companies in Minneapolis fall between 75 and 85. What I would love to understand is, what would I need to do to move toward that range? Because I want to earn it. That is it. No accusation. No ultimatum. No, my coworker makes more. Just gratitude, data, and a question. His manager's response? Not what he expected. Not even close. She did not get defensive. She did not say, well, you accepted the offer. She said, "I actually flagged this to HR 2 months ago. I just did not have budget approval yet." Ryan was not the only one who knew. His manager knew too. She was waiting for him to bring it up. Within 6 weeks, Ryan got a market adjustment to $74,000, not $85, not the top of the range, but $12,000 more than he had been making because he opened his mouth. Now, before you think this is just a go, ask for a raise video. Hold on,
Please return to work.
because sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes the answer is a bad answer.
Wait.
And knowing the difference matters more than the ask itself. Let us talk about the other scenario, the one where it goes sideways. Picture this. You are 42. You have been at the same company for 11 years. You have trained 3 people who now make more than you. Your title has not changed, but your responsibilities have doubled. You finally ask for a raise, and your manager says, "Budgets are tight this year. Let us revisit in Q3. Q3 comes. Nothing. This is not Ryan's story. But Ryan told me he knows 4 people in this exact situation. You probably do too. Here is the reality. If you ask the right way, with data,
Ryan,
with gratitude,
postpone
with a genuine question about how to earn more, and the response is dismissal, deflection, or punishment, that is information. Valuable information. That tells you the company's compensation philosophy is not aligned with your growth, and that is not a salary negotiation problem anymore.
report needs to be finished.
That is a career path problem. According to the Federal Reserve's Survey of Consumer Finances, the median American household that stays at the same job for over 10 years sees cumulative wage growth of roughly 35 to 40%. Workers who change jobs every 3 to 5 years, their cumulative growth is significantly higher. Some research from ADP puts job switchers' wage gains at nearly double that of stayers in tight labor markets. Sometimes the biggest silence tax is not what you do not say to your boss. It is what you do not say to yourself, that maybe this place has a ceiling, and you have already hit it. For the folks in your 30s and 40s juggling a mortgage, maybe kids heading toward college, maybe aging parents who need help, this is not abstract. Every year you stay underpaid at work is a year your 529 contributions are smaller. Your emergency fund grows slower. Your retirement date pushes further out. The silence tax does not care about your stage of life. It compounds regardless. So here is what I want you to do. Right now, seriously, I call this the receipt. It takes 5 minutes. Write down your current salary. Then write down the market median for your role, your city, your experience. Use Bureau of Labor Statistics data, Glassdoor, Base Scale, whatever is credible. Find the gap, multiply it by 5. Add 6% of that gap for loss 401k match each year. That is your 5-year silence tax. And here is the part nobody tells you. You are not doing this to make yourself angry. You are doing it to make yourself calm. Because once you see the number, the conversation is not emotional anymore. It is arithmetic. You are not asking your boss for a favor. You are presenting a case. And cases built on numbers are a lot harder to dismiss than cases built on feelings. Ryan did this on a napkin at a coffee shop. You can do it on your phone in the parking lot before your next shift. The point is not where you do it. The point is that you do it. Here is your move for today. Just today, go to the Bureau of Labor Statistics website, bs.gov, and look up the median pay for your job title in your metro area. Write it down next to your current salary. That is step 1. 5 minutes. No confrontation. No awkward conversations. Just data. Your silence tax receipt. And if you know someone who has been stuck at the same salary for 3 years, quietly frustrated, doing the math in their head every payday, send them this video, not with advice. Just say this. Reminded me of you. Sometimes the best thing you can do for someone is help them see what they are not saying out loud. If this video made you think, smash that subscribe button. We put out a new video every week on the stuff nobody teaches you about money, careers, and building a life that actually works. Now, salary is one piece, but there is another number most people get completely wrong, and it costs them even more over a lifetime. Next video, I am breaking down the one retirement miscalculation that hits hardest in your 40s, and why almost nobody catches it until it is too late. I will see you there.